Hi, I'm Ken Crow. I'm a Hallmark artist. I've worked for Hallmark almost 30 years, and I've got to work on Christmas ornaments almost 27 years, and I feel like I'm part toy maker, part artist, and the other part's one of the most fortunate guys in the whole world to work on things that make people happy. Things that inspire me are memories, next door neighbors, anything that makes somebody smile. I look for that. I look for things that bring happiness to people that I can reproduce in a three-dimensional form. I'll never forget, I'm sitting in the living room, my dad's living room, and Dad and I are watching a Hallmark commercial, and there is a commercial that featured Santa and his 8 reindeer. I sculpted those, and Dad saw the commercial, looked at it. I told him, Dad, I worked on those. And Dad looked at me and he goes, Ken, I'm proud of you. And for me, that's one of the greatest moments in my life, because not only am I proud to be a Hallmarker, and I've always been proud that my dad is my dad, but I really know my dad's proud of me. And I think that's great.
Hi, I'm Joanne Eschrich, Keepsake sculptor and artist. I draw a lot of my inspiration starting from the home. I draw a lot of it from my 2 daughters, Jamie and Anna, who are now 12 and 16. And one of my latest projects was a request to sculpt Hannah Montana. Of course, my daughters were overwhelmed with the fact that I get to sculpt Hannah Montana, and I was terrified. So I turned to my 16-year-old daughter, who was pretty much the same height and build and long blonde hair. It was perfect. She was the perfect model, and things went along so great and so smoothly, and thank goodness the licensor approved the sculpt with minor changes, and we just sailed through that.
Tom?
I am Tom Best, as Noah pointed out. I've been in Keepsakes for 6 years.
I'm Nello Williams. I have been in Keepsakes my whole Hallmark career, which has been 14 years.
What does being a keepsake artist mean to you, Noah?
To me, being a keepsake artist really is a lot of fun. You do get to deal with, well, Christmas all the time. It's Christmas all day, every day. I've always loved something that you could hold, and miniaturizing things has always been neat. And especially, we as keepsake artists get to meet our collectors, those who buy our product and love it, and we get to get that feedback from them, and that's actually really pretty satisfying and exciting.
It's very flattering, and quite an ego boost.
Yeah, like he needs one of those.
Some days are tough, and some days are more fun than others, and it's just neat to be reminded of that fact on signing events and stuff, that people really care and they get a kick out of what you do, and that's a pretty cool job.
Hi, I'm Tammy Haddix, a keepsake ornament artist. My major inspiration is definitely my family, and the first one starting with is my mom. I remember when I was a kid, she would tell me, don't tell me you can't do something unless you try. And if you've tried and you can't do it, that's okay. But if you haven't tried, then, you haven't given it your best shot. My son, Benjamin, when he was in kindergarten, I got a call from his teacher, and she had this little girl in her class that was born the same way I was. She had one hand, same exact hand, everything. It was amazing. But this little girl was an artist. She loved to paint. She loved to draw. She had all these friends. Everybody wanted to always be around her. It was interesting. She just had this wonderful little vibe to her, and she wanted me to come in and meet her, and I thought, well, that would be really cool. So I took a lot of my ornaments, because I wanted her and the other kids to see what I did, to kind of inspire them a little, you know, to say, hey, you know, if I can do this, she could do that, and they could do that. But it was really weird because it was when I met her, it was like looking in the mirror. It was kind of cool. So, excuse me. I knew that was going to happen sometime.
I'm Don Palmiter, and I've been with Hallmark for 42 years. I've been in Keepsakes for 22 years now. They brought me to Keepsakes to work on collectibles. And in that, I did a group of architectural collectibles because I love architecture, but it was called Hometown America. When I was doing that, I did a drive-in. And when I did a drive-in, it needed a couple of cars. And so I did a couple of cars to go with the drive-in. And the thought hit me at the time, this would really be a really neat ornament if we could. I didn't see, when I first came, I didn't see anything in the Keepsake line that really was targeted towards either a wife purchasing for her husband or for her son or for a nephew or for a guy buying something himself as an ornament. My wife she loves cars as much as I did. As a matter of fact, she kind of instigated a lot of this because she, when I dated her, she was known as the girl in high school who had the sharpest car in high school because her dad worked for General Motors and he was a mechanic on the side, but he had built her a 1956 Chevy with Corvette motor, 4-speed, the whole thing in it, and she used to drive it at the drag strip. And so that's how I first, one of my best friends kept telling me about this gal that he went to high school with that had the sharpest car in school. And when I met her, I thought, you know, she's a cute gal too. So I thought, well, you know, I was more interested in her than I was the car at the time.
I want to thank you.
We thank you so much.
Yeah, hey, thanks.
I'm so thankful for you guys every day.
I get to make people's lives better. Thank you.
Thanks to you, we get to do what we do.
And I want to say thank you for collecting what I make.
I get to do what I do because of you.
Without them, probably wouldn't have been able to have done this as long as we've done it and have as much fun as we have.